I hear it. I hear what you're building in me. I just need to know I'm strong enough to become it. There is a scripture that says the Most High will not put on a man more than he can bear. I used to think that meant life would stay manageable, that the weight would always match the width of your shoulders. What I understand now is that it means something harder. The Most High knows exactly how much you can carry, and he will give you exactly that much. Not 1 ounce less, not 1 ounce more. The weight is calibrated, the fire is measured. The question is never whether you can survive it. The question is what you become while you're surviving it.
They said we was crazy. Now the whole earth trembling. Yeah. IMG the label. Yeah. Samson the Israelite.
4 hours, she said.
4 hours. You've sat in longer briefings.
Briefings didn't have poison in the bag.
It's not poison. It's medicine.
I know.
My father would have said this was the body telling the spirit to hurry up and get itself right.
Your father would have also prescribed 3 days of fasting and a full reading of Leviticus.
He would have been half right.
Which half?
The Leviticus half.
The first treatment took 4 hours. My father did not complain once in 4 whole hours. Every choice, he looked at me twice. Both tied in that chair, and I thought about every dollar spent to his children. Every meet, every delay, and I was delayed.
I want to tell you about a man in my unit.
Okay.
His name was Darnell Price. We called him Heavy. Not because of his size, because everything he carried had weight. His history, his way of looking at a situation. Even his humor was heavy, the kind that's funny because it's true and sad because it's true at the same time. You know that kind?
I know that kind.
He was the best reader of a room I ever served with. Could walk into a situation cold, tell you in 60 seconds who was lying, who was scared, who was running something under the surface. There was a local contractor over there moving things that weren't supposed to move. Heavy knew. Read the situation, understood exactly what was happening and why and who was behind it. He got a cut.
He died over there, not in combat, in a situation he put himself in because he'd been compromised so long he couldn't see the threat coming anymore.
What happened to him?
I'm not telling you that you're heavy. I want to be precise about that. You are not that man.
I know.
But you are inside a system who you first
Yeah, boy, about it.
you enter in the system doesn't care who, where you enter to that man.
The second way, then you got more time than Heavy had. He never felt it coming. That was the real tragedy. Not that it happened, that he couldn't feel it coming, so he never had a chance to turn.
Turn.
Page 412. Your grandfather had a word circled in red, top of the page.
Teshupa.
He circled that 30 years before you were born.
Mr. Carter, Dr. Fairbanks is ready to see you. She asked if your family could come as well.
Thank you for coming in today. I wanted to speak with you before we go too deep into the treatment cycle so we're all looking at the same picture. The imaging confirms stage 2 non-small cell, localitis to the lower right lobe. The good news is that no current evidence of lymph node involvement. That is significant. That is what gives us the 60 to 70% response projection I shared with your wife on the phone.
And the other 30%?
The other 30% means the protocol is less effective and we reassess. We do not give up, we reassess. I do not use the word failure about a treatment cycle. I use redirect.
I can work with that language.
I thought you might. There will be days when your body will stomp, and a day is aggressive, possibly not just manage it. That will then mean to know the difference between the body needing and wanting rest is not the same thing.
I know the difference.
I believe you do. He's going to need you, not just for the physical logistics, for the days when the weight of it is more than practical. You know what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're saying. I've been preparing for this longer than he knows.
Good. Then we have what we need. You call this number. Anytime, day or night. That is my direct line. It is not for minor discomfort. It is for anything that feels wrong in a way you can't name. You call.
Yes, ma'am.
You're the son?
He's gonna be fine.
But he needs people around him who believe that even on the days he doesn't. Can you do that?
I got you, Mama.
How is he?
Tired, but he's been talking. Really talking.
Lord.
About his unit, about Grandfather Ezra, about things I don't think he said out loud before.
He's been reading that Bible every night this week. I wake up at 2, 3 in the morning and the lamp is on and he's in there reading. 30 years that book sat in that closet. Now it's on his nightstand.
Did you know about what Grandfather Ezra believed?
I thought he was the most serious man I had ever been in a room with. And I thought, this is the grandfather of the children I'm going to have. And I prayed that what he knew would reach them.
You prayed that it would reach me.
I prayed it would reach my children. You are my children.
Why didn't you just tell me?
Because truth told to a man before he is ready for it slides off like water off stone. It doesn't enter, it just passes. The Most High had to prepare you to receive it. My job was to pray and wait and not get in the way. And you're ready now. I can see it. Something in your eyes is different than it was 6 months ago. Like a room that's been dark for a long time, and someone finally found where the light switch was. Go back in there with your daddy. He needs to know you're in the room, especially when he's sleeping.
Three key locations. The laundromat on the corner, owner named Briggs, been here 22 years. The liquor store mid-block, and the vacant plot at the south end. Used to be a community garden. City pulled the funding 4 years ago.
Kids playing it?
3 families back there. Parents have been asking the city for lights and equipment going on 3 years.
What about the street itself?
Pothole in front of the laundromat. 18 months, Briggs has been filing serve requests. City keeps closing the tickets without sending anyone. Delivery trucks stopped routing through. His business dropped 20%.
Get the pothole filled. Fix Briggs's machines, we cover the repair cost. Put proper lights in the lot. Whatever the families need to make it usable for their kids.
That's not in the operational budget.
I'll talk to Nard. But I'm telling you the approach before I ask permission for the budget because I want you to hear it clearly. We don't come into this block announcing ourselves with product. We come in with what the block actually needed. We earn the presence before we claim the territory.
You know what you sound like?
I know.
Not a street man.
No, I know that.
So what is the word for what you are?
Someone trying to do right inside a wrong structure. For as long as that's possible. For as long as that's possible, it's not forever. I know. When it stops being possible, I'll know. How?
The road will feel like it's walking backward.
The pothole, the laundromat machines, the lot lights, the total cost is less than 1 week of operational overhead on the Whitefield's corridor. The return is a block that knows who fixed what it had been asking the city to fix for years.
You want to run a community improvement project as a business strategy. I want the block to breathe easy. People who breathe easy don't look for informants to call. Don't give Dre an opening by handing him a grievance to exploit. And the goodwill you build,
Whose name is it in?
Both of ours.
Do it. Clean.
There's one more thing.
Yeah?
Tone has been talking to Dre.
That's a serious thing to say.
The framing in his speech last night wasn't his. It was designed by someone who has studied how you and I work together. The specific questions, what are you, what is his role, those are meant to introduce doubt between us. Tone doesn't think that structurally. Somebody handed him the script.
What do you recommend?
Don't remove him yet. Watch him. The people he contacts, the timing of those contacts. Dre will tell us more through Tone than Tone will tell us directly.
You recommending I protect the man who was undermining you?
I'm solving the problem. That's different from winning an argument.
And Tone himself?
He's reacting to feeling replaceable. Give him something real. A defined role with real responsibility. Take away the insecurity and you take away what Dre is using.
You're the most useful man I've ever had in a room.
It's not entirely a compliment.
Go handle Airways. You did this.
Seemed like it needed doing.
I filed 11 requests with the city over 3 years.
I know.
Who are you?
Jay Carter. South Memphis born.
I know your grandfather's name, Ezra Carter. He used to walk this corridor every week. Stopped when I was about 25. I always thought he was just an old man with a Bible talking to corners. He told me once I was young and stupid and not listening. He said, "Young man, the Most High has an assignment for every one of his sons, but the enemy will send you 20 opportunities to waste your life before the assignment arrives."
I forgot it for 30 years. Then I remembered it the day my son went to prison. Your grandfather was a righteous man.
Yes, sir. He was.
Marcus, they plugged it in! The lights came on!
I want to read something tonight, and I want you to hear it not as history and not as religion. I want you to hear it as a description. A description so accurate that when you finish listening, you will not be able to argue with it. You will only be able to decide what to do with it. Scripture teaches that if the Father's people faithfully listen to his voice, obey his commandments, and walk according to his ways, he will bless them and raise them above the nations of the earth. That is the blessing. Now listen to what happened instead. Scripture teaches that when the Father's people refused to listen, turned away from his commandments, and abandoned his covenant, every covenant curse eventually came upon them. One of those curses describes God's people being taken away on ships into captivity, sold into slavery, scattered among the nations, and left without anyone to deliver them. Egypt in Scripture is not always a place. It is a condition. A people in captivity. A people who do not know their name. Brought into Egypt again with ships. 3 groups of people. The descendants of the slave trade brought on ships from West Africa. The descendants of the Spanish conquest of Latin America, whose ancestors' identities were stripped under the cross of a foreign king. And the native people who were already in this land, whose nations were destroyed, whose children were taken to boarding schools to forget who they were. 3 groups, 1 curse. 1 ancient people scattered across 3 different histories, all 3 waiting for the same restoration, all 3 called by the same covenant. The Most High does not divide what he put together. The covenant belongs to all 3 groups or it belongs to none. The question is not whether you are included. The question is whether you are willing to walk back and toward what was always yours.
How was Nazar tonight?
He read the curses chapter. The whole thing.
Did he name the 3 groups?
Every time. Black Americans, Hispanic and Latino descendants of the conquest, Native Americans. He says you cannot separate them. 1 covenant, 1 people, 3 histories.
And the people in the room, what was the reaction?
There was a man tonight, Hispanic, maybe 40, who looked like someone had just handed him something he didn't know he'd lost.
That's what you looked like the first time Nazar taught you that?
Something like that.
Tell me about Big Nart.
What about him?
Just, you work for him, you run the community program, you study covenant truth on Thursdays. I'm trying to understand how all those things fit in the same life.
They don't. Not forever. But right now, they're all necessary for different reasons.
And Nard, he respects that?
He respects what's useful.
Is that the same thing?
How's your pops? First treatment. He held it together. What about your mama? She's been carrying it. You know how she carries things, quiet so nobody has to.
I went to the Thursday study tonight. Didn't tell you I was going, I just went.
And?
It hit different than I expected. The 3 groups, Black, Hispanic, Native. I never heard anyone put it together that way. Nazar said 1 covenant, 1 people, 3 histories.
My grandmother's grandmother was half Native, Creek Nation. My great-grandmother used to say she kept something, a way of praying that wasn't church but wasn't nothing. Said her people always knew there was something bigger than what the church was calling it. I never knew what she meant by that.
What do you think she meant?
I think she was trying to say the same thing Nazar was saying tonight without the words for it.
You coming back next Thursday?
Yeah.
Stop hovering. Sit down properly.
I am sitting.
You're sitting like you're ready to call 911. Relax. I'm fine.
I've been reading about the 3 groups. The Covenant family, the black, the brown, the native.
Nazan teaches it that way.
My father wrote about it too. Page 83 of the journal, he called them the three fires. Said each one was lit in a different place, but they all came from the same flame.
He wrote that in the journal?
He wrote a lot of things in that journal. Things that are going to take us a long time to read through. Things I wish I had read at your age. Things I wish my father had sat down and told me out loud instead of writing them in a book he put in a closet. You're going to be a teacher, Jay. Not just in the Tuesday program, a real teacher. The kind that changes the direction of a people. I see it the way I saw Heavy's gift first time, from the outside before he knew it himself. I see yours, from the outside.
I'm 22, Daddy.
So was David when he was anointed. So was Joseph when his brothers put him in the pit. Age is not the qualification. The calling is the qualification.
What if I'm not ready?
Then the Most High will make you ready. That's not your job. Your job is to keep walking.
Rose, how are you, sweetheart?
Pastor, I'm managing.
Of course.
Thank you for the prayers this week. Lawrence felt them, I believe.
And you, Lawrence has been carrying so much. I want you to know my door is always open if you need someone to talk to, someone who understands what you're going through. I mean it, Rose. Whatever you need. You've given 22 years to this congregation. We give back to you.
Rose, I want to say first, 22 years. 22 years you and Lawrence have been in this congregation. That is not a small thing. You two are part of the foundation of this ministry.
We love this church, Pastor.
And this church loves you. How are you really doing? Not the hallway answer, the real one.
I'm scared, Jerome. I'm scared every morning before I have the sense to pray. I make it through the day, but the nights are harder.
I understand. Watching someone you love go through something you cannot fix, that is its own kind of suffering. You deserve to be cared for, Rose. Not just as a wife, as a woman, as a person who has been giving and giving and giving for 22 years and is finally allowed to receive.
Pastor.
You don't have to carry it alone, Rose. I'm right here.
No.
Rose,
I know what that was, Jerome. Don't explain it. Don't reframe it. Don't call it care. I have been in this church for 22 years. I have brought my tithes, my time, my family. I have cleaned the fellowship hall and served at funerals and sat with women whose husbands left and whose children were buried. I have given this building everything it asked of me. If you ever come near me like that again, or if I ever hear that you have sat another woman down in this office and turned her grief into an opening, I will tell every woman in this congregation exactly what happened in this room today. I'm going to go home now to my husband, who is fighting for his life with more dignity than you have shown in this room today.
You want tea?
Yes. I feel like I'm living alongside him, Pastor. Not with him. He's present, but he's not here. You understand? The bottle takes up the space where he used to be, and I don't know how to reach past it. I'm lonely inside my out loud before.
You don't have to carry it alone, Rose. I'm here. This is what I'm here for.
Mama? Car in the driveway, somebody at the door. Yes, sir?
Son, I'm Pastor Mills from First New Hope. I'm just stopping by to check on Brother Lawrence and Sister Rose. Is this the Carter house?
Yes, sir. Come on in. They're in the kitchen.
Mama, Dad, Pastor Mills.
Pastor Mills, this is a surprise. Sit down, sit down.
Brother Lawrence, don't get up on my account. You rest.
I just wanted to come by personally. When one of my families is going through something like this, I don't want them to feel like the church is just a building they come to on Sundays. We come to you.
That means a lot, Pastor. That really does.
Tell me how you're doing. Really. Not the version for the congregation, the real one.
Some days it's just fear. Fear of the next treatment, fear of what I can't do anymore. I used to fix things, build things. Now I struggle to make it up the stairs some mornings, but I'm still here.
Sister Rose. The Father's with this house. You rest now.
Thank you, Pastor. Yes, sir.
We're praying for you, Brother Lawrence. The whole congregation.
Thank you for coming by, Pastor. This meant a lot.
Good man. Good pastor.
I'm good, Lawrence. I'm real good.
Anybody go home and ask their grandmother about where the family came from? I told you to ask last week.
My grandma said her grandmother told her the family came from somewhere before slavery. She said she didn't know the name of the place, but she said they had laws, like rules for living. Not church rules, old rules from before. She said something about a day of rest on Saturday, not Sunday, Saturday. She said her people always kept Saturday, but then it got lost somewhere.
Your grandmother's grandmother knew something real. That's not lost. That's just been waiting for you to find it. That's what Tuesday is for, finding what's been waiting. For any of you who want to go deeper than what we do here, there is a man named Brother Nazar who runs a Thursday evening study for adults. Real scripture, real covenant teaching. Tell your parents. Tell your grandmothers. Especially tell your grandmothers, because some of them already know more than they've been able to say it out loud. "21 tonight. Word is moving." Marcus Briggs went home and asked his grandmother last week. She told him about Saturday rest. She's been keeping something that old for 60 years, and nobody in that family knew.
They knew. They just didn't have the language for what they knew.
Also, I got the first assignment back from the business program. Professor said I had the highest structural reasoning in the class.
I told you.
You did. I'm not gonna let you have that too easily.
I already have it.
Yeah, you do.
The woman, Melody.
What about her?
How much does she know about what you do for Nard?
Why?
I'm asking because I've been thinking about how she asks questions. I went with you to the porch last week, and I watched how she asked things.
She's curious. She's pre-law. She asks questions the way people in law school ask questions.
The questions she asks are organized. Not curious organized, purpose organized. There's a direction to them, like someone who already knows the answer and is asking to confirm the shape of it. I'm probably wrong. She might just be sharp. You know, I like her, she's real and she thinks. But Jay, just be careful what you give her.
About Nard, about the operation. Keep that separate from her.
Okay.
Thursday study tomorrow. You coming?
I'm always there. Abstain from all appearance of evil. The road you walk becomes the story they tell about you.
Come in.
How you feeling?
Better. The nausea's settled. I ate something this afternoon.
Mama said.
You look like you're carrying something tonight.
Leon said something that's sitting with me.
What did he say?
He said to be careful what I give Melody. About Nard. About the operation.
And what does your instinct say?
My instinct is arguing with itself.
When a man's instinct argues with itself about a person, that is usually instinct trying to tell him something his feelings don't want to hear. The scripture says, abstain from all appearance of evil, not just the evil, the appearance, because the appearance becomes the record, and the record becomes the story, and the story becomes what people act on.
I know.
Then you know what you need to do.
Samson the ISRAELITE. You can feel it in the air. The whole world nervous now. Because the lost sheep waking up.
Carter's not the primary target. He's the bridge. Nard trusts nobody the way he trusts that kid. You know that.
I know that.
So we need Carter to get to Nard. That means you stay close, stay warm. Don't push, let him bring you in.
He hasn't said anything directly actionable.
Yet. Stay on it, Hayes. You're doing good work.
Cross.
Yeah.
The community program he's running, the kids, the Thursday study, none of that goes in the primary file.
That's not your call, Hayes.
I know. I'm making it anyway.
Night sirens and yellow tape. Youngest dying over blocks. They don't even really own the day. Mama praying in the kitchen, tears all on the face. Why the preacher taking money, but the flock still ain't safe? I done seen killers break down when the scriptures hit they soul. Same dudes that was drilling now, trying to make it home. Devil had us blindfolded, poison running through the phone. Now the truth spreading fast and they panic from the throne. It was cool when we was dead broke, locked down, doped up, killing one another while the prisons got their stocks up. As soon as we start reading, standing on commandments, here come the lies and slander, trying to stop the understanding, but we still here. Boots on the pavement with the